Hey Math 1 students, how you doing? This is Mr. Flynn. Hope everything's going well for you. I'm going to give you a review. I'm going to go over pretty much all the notes that we've gone over before and then some practice. Couple things. More people are starting to submit their assignments, which is good. I know Miss Castillo was contacting some people, so if you're having troubles, let us know. Okay? So don't forget, every assignment now you should be able to submit. Thursday, there will be a quiz on Nearpod. Miss Castillo made it. Looking forward to seeing how you guys do on it. I think you're going to do fine. Also, we're going to have a Zoom meeting on Thursday at 9:30 in the morning. I'll send out probably in the morning, like at 9 in the morning, I'll probably send out your invite. I'm looking to see everybody there, answer some questions, just see how you're doing. Okay, it's just a quick check-in. I don't hope it's going to be too long, but it should be pretty simple. Okay, so here are your review notes. We have the distance formula between 2 points. All right, remember the distance formula equals that big square root, and we're going to have, okay, x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. All right, so all we have to do is have 2 points. Don't care what they are. Let's say that we have the point 3, 4. Now remember, I could give you the points, or you could look at a graph and there'd be 2 points, and you got to figure out what those 2 points are. So let's call that one of the points. Let's call the other one -2 and 7. Okay, so we want to find the distance between these 2 points. So all we do is call 1.1 and 1.2 and use that formula. So the distance equals the square root. All right, and we're going to say the x of the second point is -2 minus the x of the first point I gave you is 3 squared plus the y of the second point, which is 7, minus y of the first point, which is 4. Okay? Now, use your calculator. -2 minus 3 is a -5. We're going to square that, plus 7 minus 4 is 3. We're going to square that, and the square root of the whole thing equals the distance. So -5 squared, again, use your calculator, punch it in correctly, use the parentheses, it helps out, okay? This is going to be a +25, plus 3 squared is a +9, okay? And then when we do this, we get 34. Now, we're going to use our calculator. Now remember, figure out what we're rounding to. I don't give any directions here, so let's round this to the nearest tenth. So let's put in 34, okay, and hit our square root, and I get 5.8309. Round to the nearest tenth. There's the tenth place. Check to the right. Is that 5 or above? Nope. So we just cut that off. So our answer is 5.8. Okay? Not too hard. You've done real well at that, those people that are putting those in. So now let's find the slope between these same 2 points. And if you remember, the slope formula is y2 minus y1, same thing up here, over x2 minus x1. Okay? So if we use 3, 4, and we use -2, 7, all right, let's take a look at this. So y of the second point is 7, minus y of the first point is 4, over x of the second point, which is -2, minus x of the first point, which is 3. And we already did the work. 7 minus 4 is 3. -2 minus 3 is -5. So the slope is -5/3. Remember, the slope is just a number or a fraction. Leave it a fraction. Even if it's improper, doesn't matter. That's good. I'll take it. Okay? And the last one is the midpoint formula. Okay? So just so you remember, midpoint. That is a point. Okay? So there's going to be an x. That's x1 plus x2 divided by 2 That's the new x-coordinate. Again, it could be a whole number, it could be a decimal, it could be a fraction, whatever. And then the second coordinate, the y value, is y1 plus y2 over 2. And you'll always have these formulas. We're going to use the same points. So if I took 3, 4, and -2, 7, and I wanted to find what's the midpoint between them. What was that? What's that coordinate? Well, x of the first point, x of the second point. So x of the first point is 3 plus x of the second point, -2 over 2. And that is 1 over 2. So it's 1/2. So that will be the new x coordinate. So the y value is y of the first point, which is 4, plus y of the second point, which is 7, over 2, which is 11/2. You can leave it 11/2 or 5.5, either way, but you have to put your answer as a point. 1/2, 5.5. All right, simple. Again, you can always go back over this video if you're not sure, but please write these down. We're going to classify triangles by angles. All right, so you have the acute triangle, the right triangle, and you have an obtuse triangle. An acute angle, all angles less than 90 degrees. Okay? Acute means less than 90. A right triangle, one angle equal to 90. A right triangle. And an obtuse triangle, one angle is greater than 90. Okay? That's all you have to remember. That's all you got to identify. Okay? Obtuse means greater than 90. All right? So you're going to be looking at some triangles, deciding what they are by either acute, right, or obtuse. Just remember, these are the three that identify it by its angles. Okay? Then when we start looking at a triangle by its sides, we have what's called scalene triangle. We have what's called an isosceles. Let me rewrite that better for you. Okay. Isosceles triangle, and then we have equilateral. I think I spelled that wrong. Lateral. E-R-A-L, triangle. Scalene, all sides, different lengths. Isosceles, two sides, equal lengths. Equilateral, all three sides equal length. Okay? Again, these are the three terms you'll use to classify triangles by their sides. Okay? Now we're going to identify quadrilaterals. We have the parallelogram. Okay, opposite sides parallel. Now remember, we don't know about the opposite sides if they're equal. We just know that they're parallel, and you'll see little arrows. So those single arrows on this side and on this side mean those two are parallel to each other. And then what they'll do up here is they'll do like a double, and that means those two are parallel to each other. Okay, we don't know if the opposite sides are equal in length. We don't know if all the angles are the same. Then we have what's called a rhombus. It's a parallelogram. All sides equal. Okay? So the rhombus, I'll put an arrow to this one. The rhombus, they'll draw like a parallelogram, but what they'll do is they'll say all sides are equal. All right? So we don't know if the angles are equal, we just know all the sides are equal. Okay? Then you have a rectangle. It's a parallelogram. Opposite sides equal, and all angles equal. So a rectangle, we'll draw it like this. So opposite sides are equal, but then they'll put little right angle marks in here. All the angles are equal. And last but not least, you have the square. Okay, parallelogram. All sides equal, and all angles equal. Notice I use a little angle symbol. And the square, like a parallel, like a rhombus, but now we put the little right angle marks in there. Okay? And then to find the area and the perimeter of a square, area of a square equals one of the sides squared. To find the perimeter, we take 4 times the side. So if we had a square and we said this is 5 inches, the area equals 5 squared, the area equals 25 inches. Oh, let's write that a little better here. The area equals 25 inches squared. If we wanted the perimeter, we know that each side is equal, so it's just 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5, or 4 times 5, which is 20 inches. And notice we don't put squared on there, okay? With the area and perimeter of a rectangle, the area of a rectangle is the length times the width, and the perimeter is really 2 times the length plus 2 times the width, and I'll show you why. So if we have a rectangle, okay, and let's say that this is 6 and this is 10. We know that this side and this side are the same. And we know that this side and this side are the same. That helps us here with the perimeter. But for the area, it's pretty simple. The area is the length times the width. Just call one the length, one the width. 6 times 10, okay, let's call these inches, and the area is 60 inches squared. But the perimeter is this side plus this side plus this side plus this side, or 2 of the lengths, 2 times 6, plus 2 times the width, 2 times 10, and this is 12 plus 20, or the perimeter equals 32 inches. Okay? So you have 2 formulas. And last but not least is the area and perimeter of a triangle. So a triangle, okay, we're going to have one different thing, a dotted line, and it'll form a right angle. This is the height, this is the base. I'm going to call this side A and this side B, all right? So if I take another triangle, very similar, and let's say the height is 3. Let's say the base, remember the base is where the height comes to. So the height comes down to that right angle mark. So let's call this 7. Let's call this 4 and this 5. So the area of a triangle equals 1/2 the base times the height. Okay? And the perimeter is just all 3 sides, A plus B plus C. So the area of this one then equals 1/2. The base is 7. The height is 3. Okay? Get your calculator out. You can use 0.5 for 1/2, which is real simple. So 1/2 times 7 times 3 equals, the area equals 10.5. And if these were, let's say, centimeters, it would be centimeters squared. The perimeter equals A, which is 5, plus B, which is 4, or I should say B is 7. Okay. Plus C, which is, I should have called that C, 4. And so the perimeter is 12, looks like 16 centimeters. That's it, okay? A little long-winded here for this video, but it's just a review of everything that's gonna be on your quiz tomorrow, all right? Again, look for the information for our Zoom. And if I recall, I said our Zoom is gonna be on Thursday at 9:30 in the morning. So you have a quiz at 9:30, you have a quiz Thursday.